for Rankin and equally delightful Phil Vickery.
Did you see his reshuffle?
Yeah. Did you like that? Did you like the little
reshuffle?
A little bit of a shake going on there.
Yeah.
Oh, shaky, shaky,
You
shaky.
must be feeling spicy
today. We do sort of a bit of rapping now, but back in the 40s, ladies and gentlemen, it was all that kind of Lindy Hop stuff. Do you ever think about Lindy Hop?
I'm much too young for that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They don't even want to go there, do they? Hey, today, this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get very nostalgic. We're taking you back to the 1940s. Oh, yes, we are. Please welcome, from Milton Keynes, Amanda Pickard. How are you, Amanda? Lovely to see you. Come and meet
Hello.
Paul.
Hi.
A 1940s enthusiast. Tell us a little bit about this. I mean, you've got the gear on,
That's
haven't
it. I've always been interested in the 40s and the sort of austerity period, and I like sort of going out to the public and teaching them about it as well.
So, and what's this gear then? Tell us a little bit about this. This is the WVS, the Women's Voluntary Service?
That's right. And what they would have done is helped people to work with their rations. So I would have showed women how to use their rations most effectively, how to make recipes, how to make them stretch, how to use things from your garden.
Sure. And is this a handbag?
No, this is my gas mask case.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
It's got my lipstick in it.
You've got a few apples and mangoes and things in there.
Got black market goods in there.
Let's have a look in your bag. I wonder if the 1940s...
My mum remembers, you know, working in the shop and the vouchers and people coming in for half a cup of sugar and all that sort of stuff. And I think they got one egg a month or something like that, you know?
A week, yeah.
There you go. All right, what have you brought along here today, then?
Now, I've got some pea pods, peas in their pods, because certainly during the war years, you were really, really pushed hard to make the most of absolutely everything. So you'd have used your peas, and then you would have used your pea pods to make soup, and then reuse
Nothing
them.
was a bit like Anthony Warren Thompson cooking, really, isn't it?
Absolutely
Anthony throws
nothing
everything
wasted.
in there. Yeah, good.
The government also launched a campaign for potato peat, because you could use potatoes for so many different dishes.
Sure.
And then mincemeat. Mincemeat was really leading up to the war, because as the war years really kicked in, you would use mincemeat for corned beef and things like that. So that's a bit of a treat.
Interesting. So how much did you pay for all of that? Tomatoes, parsnip and onion?
£4.88 altogether.
Yeah, good. In those days, it would cost about front and take.
That's it,
didn't
yeah.
Here you go. Do you remember that? The old Tanner, half a bob. What do you think, Chef?
I like this sort of food. It's kind of like the kind of food I grew up with in Ireland, and it's
Happy memories.
It's nice, yeah, super.
Very good.
I don't mind that at all.
Very nice indeed. And here's someone else that you don't mind. Well, you see him every day. It's her husband, ladies and gentlemen, also from Milton Keynes. It's Craig Pickard. How you doing, Craig? Lovely to have you on the show.
Hi there. How are you? I'm doing fine.
So this is a 1940s working
It's sort of a
class
gent,
attire,
yeah,
is it?
sort of like a working man would wear.
Yeah.
That's right.
And why the cravat? Is the cravat just to cover up
I
the,
didn't
the
really
black
want...
collar?
Well, that's it. The collar was in the wash, you know.
Yeah,
so,
well, that's what often happened, didn't it? So they
just right. And I think, you know, if I'm on the pictures, I want to make, you know, I want to look a bit like Gary Cooper.
Do you? I like your tank top.
No, sleeveless jumper.
Oh, sorry.
Sleeveless jumper.
It's a tank top.
Is he your Gary Cooper, is he, love?
He tries to be.
Let's have a look in your bag. We'll talk more about all the bits and pieces you've brought along shortly, Craig. Yeah, I'll give it a bit of a shake for you. You like cooking?
Oh, I let the wife do that, you know. I do.
OK, 1940s attitude there. Get in the kitchen. Go on in the kitchen, love. Right, what have we got here, then?
Well, what have we got? We've got a little bit of pre-war here. We've got some fudge. Now, that would disappear very early on in the war, although you could make it out your own rations, but you're probably looking at...
much, would you?
You're probably looking at a month's worth of rations there.
Yeah, so, an ounce a week, wasn't it, sugar?
Oh, you just speak to the wife. She does that sort of thing, speak to the wife. As for, you know, so... But I thought, you know, special on the pictures, I'll bring the fudge along, you know. It's only about 4 years old.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's good. You've got some interesting stuff. We'll elaborate more on this shortly, Craig, but how much did you spend? Porridge oats, we've got a tin of pineapple, condensed milk there, carrots and apple and...
That's £5 and 3p.
Well, we're not going to moan about that. Phil, is this a bit of a challenge for you?
Well, it's a big challenge. What would you do with carrots and porridge?
Porridge? Well, you could make carrot fudge. Could I? You could try carrot
fudge, ladies and gentlemen.
I've got
And
20
to make
minutes.
to make it a little bit more difficult for our chefs, we've also got a powdered egg in the larder today. All right, mate. And no butter, margarine. We like a bit of that, don't we? All right, you have a bit of a think. Let's find out what Amanda's going to get from Paul.
Well, I think we're going to do mince and tatties, but the tatties will be a wee bit different with some parsnip in there. So it's a parsnip and potato mash. We're going to do a spicy burger as well, and we'll serve that with a sort of potato roasty thing and a spicy fresh tomato ketchup sauce thing. We're going to try the pea pod soup, and we're going to fry the skins because you wouldn't waste anything now, would you?
Absolutely not, absolutely
No, we'll do
not.
some crispy skins.
That sounds good.
Lovely.
Happy with that?
Yeah,
And
sounds
I was only
yummy.
joking about the margarine and butter. There is butter in the larder too. All right? Don't panic, guys. But there ain't no eggs though. It's only powder. Yeah.
There's no eggs still.
What about you? What are you going to do?
Well, I
over here for
reckon
Craig?
this says to me key lime pie.
Yeah.
I've just come back from there, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fantastic. But they did a baked one. We'll do a pineapple salsa to go with baked fudge apples. We'll do carrot and fudge cake, steamed. We'll do pineapple porridge, and that's it, I think.
Pineapple porridge, key lime pie.
Really nice, yeah. And I'll do a carrot
Sounds
cake
better
as
than
well.
the
Carrot
wife.
cake. Does
Well,
it taste better? OK. Husband and wife are happy for the moment. I don't know how long that will last, all right, but our chefs have got 20 minutes to create some 1940s grub, if you like. When I say ready, steady, cook. OK, up and away. Here we go. Get those aprons on. Mint and tatties. It's an absolute classic, but our chef's just not going to do any ordinary mint. He's going to lace it with a little bit of the old parsnip. That's going to go through there. A fresh tomato sauce. That's kind of nice when you see tomatoes. When you've got 20 minutes, it's going to be interesting to see how that comes out. Bit of sugar and vinegar reduction there. OK, and we've also got the old beans there. And talk about skins. All the different skins he's going to deep fry. I wonder if that's going to come in the form of a tempura. Come over here. Phil's going to make key lime pie. He's just been touring around America, deep sort of all the South and Orleans and all that type of places, and so he knows a lot about American food at the moment, and we're going to get the benefits of that this afternoon. We've got the... what are you going to do with this in the end, Phil?
I'm going to make a fudge pudding.
Fudge pudding. Fudge pudding, we've got carrot cake, all sorts of lovely things. So there we are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe about 8 or 9 little dishes coming your way in the next 20 minutes or so. And, of course, we've got the quickie bag to come later. Now, do you often keep the skins and fry them off at work?
Yeah, I'm a sort of mean type of guy, so I would do that all the time. Charge the customers 10 quid for fried skins. They love it, like, you know? No.
And you'd probably get away with it. You'd
People
sprinkle
would be
something on top.
disgusted if they thought you were doing that on purpose just to save money, you know?
Oh, no.
But, you know, there is this thing that they say in Ireland, that the people who kept the skins on their potatoes did better in the famine than those that didn't, you know? So the skin, there's a lot of nutrition in the skin and just underneath the skin. And I think it's the same for most vegetables. So during the war, I think you would have been encouraged to keep your skins on your...
Absolutely. You wouldn't have wasted a thing.
Yeah.
And certainly you were encouraged, if you couldn't use it to cook with, you would have kept the tops and the bottoms and put them in pig bins
Yeah.
to
And
feed the
you've
pigs.
even got the lovely 40s hairstyle there, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Does it take you long to do that then, Amanda?
No, once you've done it a few times, it is literally kind of 2 seconds. And
Yeah.
They're doing something for me. It sort of reminds me of those old 1940s movie stars, you know?
Yes, I know.
I kind of like that.
Do you like that? That makes you, that does it for you,
Who
does
were
it?
the movie stars in those days?
Gary Cooper.
Gary Cooper, and I'm always a big fan.
Yeah.
That's
Gary
gone blank.
Cooper.
Stuart Granger,
Gary Cooper
Robert
and,
Mitchum.
Who was that lady who used to walk down the stairs all the time? She used to start her... She was a Hollywood.
That's my wife.
The wife. Yeah, give you the wife. I'll remember her in a minute. It will all come flooding back to me. Briefly, Chef, what's happening here before I
I'm
disappear?
doing my carrot and parsnip mash. Just getting that on early.
Lovely.
And
We've got the potted peas there.
And
Things
it's
are
a
happening.
lovely combination, you know, because sometimes parsnip mash is just, by itself, is just a little bit too strong. And so the potato parsnip mash... It'll be
balances it out a little bit.
Yeah, and the texture of pureed parsnips, lovely and creamy naturally by itself. She was telling me that they used... What was the banana thing you were telling me?
Mock banana.
Yeah.
So they always came up, the Home Economist, with many ingenious recipes and ways to kind of excite food. Because that was one of the things in wartime, it was very bland.
Yeah.
So they did mock banana, because obviously bananas weren't imported
So what did they use?
anymore.
What was they...
It was parsnips, banana flavouring, and a very little bit of sugar. And you squish it down to so it looks like squash banana, basically.
Isn't that disgusting?
That's lovely. I think that's a nice idea. I'm going to try that.
I'm going to put that in the menu, see how that that goes down.
And charge 45 quid a portion. Yeah, I know. All right, over here in the red tomato kitchen, Phil Vickery is starting to cook down his pineapple. He used tinned pineapple and he's got a little bit of sugar underneath. What are you doing actually here, Chef?
You make an upside-down cake, Haynes.
Okay.
Hopefully. And here, I've got to say, my mum and dad had a sweet shop. Well, my grandma had a sweet shop in the wall.
Yeah?
Yeah, and they used to get 1 ounce a week. 1 ounce.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Just no more than that. Here we are, Chef.
Duh.
Oh, you want it off or on?
Oh, hang on, I've got to use powdered egg, haven't I?
What have you used?
No. I've got to put this stuff in, haven't I?
Yeah.
So, it's 1 teaspoon.
There we are.
So that's about, what, you call that 2 teaspoons? Got to be in there.
Yeah.
4 teaspoons?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They put the whole lot in, Phil. Let's go. But the oven will start floating off.
So what I need to do is...
Craig, tell us about powdered egg then. What's the equivalent? 1 teaspoon per egg?
I think the wife will tell you better than I. I think it's 2 level teaspoons equivalent to 1 egg.
OK, there you go, guys.
It's got to be level. If you don't do it level, it goes all rubbery.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Oh, right.
Now you tell me.
And everybody's probably thinking, oh no, but you can still get it. Some supermarkets stock it, ladies and gentlemen, and you can get it at health food stores too. So check it out. I mean, it's quite good, especially for baking. You should know about that. You're a fabulous baker.
I don't often get asked for much for powdered egg.
Yeah.
Actually, it's pretty good for you, actually, isn't it?
Did you used to go to your grandparents' sweet shop then?
No, it's in the war years.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm not that old. I might look it.
I didn't know. I used to love going to the old-style shops. Didn't you, Craig? They used to smash the toffee. Remember the toffee hammer?
Yeah.
And they used to wait like that, and all their fingers were there. They wouldn't allow that now, would they? They used to drop little bits in there, and if they liked you, she'd wink, drop a bit more toffee in there.
Oh, you squeeze those.
OK, let's find out what Phil's doing over here. Now we've got some porridge, oats cooking down.
Yeah,
Is that going to be a porridge?
I'm going to make a pineapple porridge, Ains.
OK, pineapple porridge.
Now, what I've done here
Yeah.
is I've put in the egg. I've had a touch of water to reconstitute it.
OK.
So we're going to make a croissant pudding. A fudge pudding. So fudge into there. This should work, Ainsley.
Is that soft enough, Phil?
Yeah, it's fine.
This is microwave one, isn't it?
Yeah. It's absolutely, it should be fine. So what I'll also do is put a little bit of condensed milk into there as well.
OK.
Just a touch in there, just to lighten it very, very slightly. And I don't want to mix it up too much, because I want to be able to see the ripples in it when we cook it.
And was condensed milk a very popular thing in the 40s then?
Oh, yeah, it was
huge,
around.
wasn't it?
That's one of these I haven't seen. I haven't seen one of these since 1939.
Listen to him. He's taking it a bit far now, our Craig, isn't he? He's going all the way back now.
No.
OK, 13 minutes to go, gentlemen.
In there, put that in the microwave, about 3.5 minutes, I reckon.
OK, you happy? Start. And away we go. Yes, it's cooking down now. OK, 3.5 minutes in there. And what has he got you doing over here then, Craig?
What are we going to do?
I haven't got a clue on these. I think they came from the Vickery
We'll
garden.
make key lime pie. So I need to...
The Vickery garden used to be the... What?
It's basically a vegetable patch.
OK.
But, you know, you had
Did
to...
you ever have one of those, or did you have one of
We
them at
had
home now?
one for about 3 years.
Yeah, come
And
over
then-
here,
sorry,
mate,
I'm
because-
blocking everybody.
Yeah, no,
am
I
right?
can't see you there.
And but basically, when we had our first little girl,
Yeah.
it was just too much effort, basically. So I turfed it over in the end. It was too
And what
much.
type of things did you grow in there? Were you trying to recapture that period?
Oh yeah, we did. You know, the usual sort of potatoes, carrots, onions. Always like a bit of onion, you know, a bit of flavouring in there.
Do you want the skins? Phil,
No,
or
thanks,
something?
Ainsley. Still get rid
You
of that.
can't throw that away.
You can't throw... Well, I'll put them in a bag and you can take them home.
It's as good as giving it to Hitler, that is.
I'll give you that, mate.
Can I just...
One more.
There we are.
I'm going to show this, Ainsley, really
Yeah,
quickly.
tell us.
Key lime pie, dead easy. There's 2 ways of doing it. You can bake it
Yeah.
with egg yolks and freeze it, which is absolutely delicious. Or you can do it this way. We've got
Condensed milk.
condensed milk.
Yeah.
We've got lime juice and cream. And literally, I'll just show you how quick it is. You just pour the lime juice in, and you stir, you stir, keep stirring, and pour it straight out.
OK.
And that will set in about 6 minutes.
OK.
Look how that's thickens straight away.
Actually, it reacts, doesn't it? The
Look at that.
acidity reacts to the...
I'm going to put that in the fridge, Ains.
OK.
And then we're going to just give it a quick glaze up just before we go. Look how that's thickened already. Look at that.
And what did you put underneath? Oat, sugar and what? Cinnamon?
I made like a bit of a cheesecakey type base
Yeah.
using the porridge.
OK.
And that was set in about 7
That's
minutes.
it. Here we go, guys. Key lime pie.
Right, so next thing, can you chop that pineapple up for
Phil,
me?
have you finished with this here?
No, I can use that, Ains.
OK.
Thank you.
Let's go back over here. Let's see how Paul's getting on. We're back in the green pepper kitchen.
Can you just break up this mince for me here? Thanks, darling.
OK. This is the type of thing that you cook at home?
I've tried out, because I go around to museums and schools and talk about wartime food and cooking.
Yeah.
I have to try them out at home, so poor old Craig is a bit of a guinea pig for me.
So it's a bit bland, the food, though, because you haven't got many spices or anything.
No,
to add
but I did something for an active age centre, and it was a lot of people that had lived through the war, and they thought food was very bland, but actually it is quite tasty, because you had herbs and spices that you grew in your garden, so you could actually make the food, and they were surprised, actually, how tasty wartime cooking can be.
So this is how families survived on these type of rations, didn't they?
That's why home economists, like you, a lot of people have heard of Marguerite Patton.
Oh, I know Marguerite. Halfway, gentlemen, halfway.
She's a good mate of yours, ain't she?
Oh, I love Marguerite. Marguerite, I think she's about 100 on cookery books. She's the most fascinating
That's
lady.
it. She's about
Well,
90.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Still goes around lecturing on wartime food. But she was one of the people that kind of came up with mock banana and mock goose and mock crab, which is what I tried out on this active age centre.
Yeah.
Can you put a little bit of oil in there for me, please?
Into where?
What's the mince?
Small
no.
frying. No, small frying pan.
Oh, gosh.
Is that a little bit?
That is a little bit, yeah. I think, what are you making there, Chef? Burgers?
I'm making burgers.
Yeah.
So these are sort of spicy ones. In here I've got crushed chilies, I've got some cumin, I've got some coriander seed, and so a little bit of ginger.
Sure. OK, for all of our young viewers out there who have absolutely no idea what a ration book looked like, when my mother arrived here in the very early 50s, she was given a ration book. So, you know, it's something that you took to the shop and then they would tick it off. Have you got one on you?
I've got a supplement.
Yeah, go on then. Look at this. Have a look. It's really interesting.
So you've got an ID card, because everybody had to have an ID card, and without one of them, you wouldn't have got your ration book. So
OK. There you go.
it's just a reproduction one.
That's a reproduction one, yeah.
And then this is a supplement ration book, which would have had your points in, which you would have taken to your grocer, your baker, your butcher.
And how does it actually work then?
You would have gone along and you would have had to register with a butcher, a greengrocer, and things like that. And then you would have gone along and they would have each week cut out the points that it took. So you had your basic rations, which you still had to buy.
So what's the average family get a week then, Amanda?
I can tell you, it's usually butter, lard, margarine, sugar.
One packet of butter a week, one packet of lard.
So many ounces of each thing. And you would have got a small portion of sweets. 4 pints of milk, I think.
For the whole week?
Sorry, yeah.
My son gets through that a night after football.
Well, at the worst point in the war, milk rationing actually went down to 1 pint a week per adult. So,
wow.
Unless you were pregnant like me, then you got extra.
Then you got extra?
I got yours.
Did you really? You got vitamin C tablets and stuff like that?
Yeah, I would have
we take it for granted now. We can pop into a shop and just buy these things.
It, yeah.
So nice of you bringing that on for me. OK, we'll chat again.
Yeah.
Chef is cooking a rosti here, guys. Tell us a little bit about this kind of almost like shoestring rosti as opposed to it being finely grated, Chef. Why have you done it like that?
Because that's the way I do it.
You prefer it like that, do you?
Yeah. No, that's kind of the French way. It's kind of like what they would call a pomme d'arfin kind of thing.
Pomme d'arfin.
Will you dice those up for me, darling? We're going to make a wee tomato sauce for that.
Pomme d'arfin.
Pomme d'arfin.
That's lovely. And how about this?
Potatoes.
How interesting is that, guys? He's taken the mince.
I had a bit extra, so I just
stuffed that into the tomato. OK, and we're just going to be frying that off a little bit in a touch of butter. Probably end up in the oven or something like that.
I've thought of another sort of really good thrifty thing to do.
Yeah.
And I've been cooking my potatoes and parsnips in water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that water to sort of flesh out my pea soup. How thrifty am I?
That's the way you do it, you see.
Waste not, want not.
Absolutely.
How many times have we heard mums and grannies and all that say that? Waste not, want not. I think it's so true. You incorporate it, all that lovely flavour, don't dump that water away, all the nutrients. When you're boiling vegetables, all the nutrients are released into the water, so use it. Why not? Don't salt it too much.
Look at my beautiful crispy skins coming out.
They're looking fantastic, Paul. What about clothes? Do you have a wardrobe of 1940s gear at home?
We've got, it started off as a wardrobe and it's now several wardrobes.
Hey, Craig, has she got lots of clothes at home?
I'll tell you, it's expanded into my wardrobe now.
Really? There's not much left for you then, mate?
There isn't.
Yes, see?
He does, he opens the wardrobe door and says, this isn't mine. I'm like, oops. How did
and of
that
course
get
your little daughter, was it Maisie?
Maisie, yeah, she's got...
40s gear for her too?
Yeah, and we've got a big old Marmette pram that she goes around in and people just love the old pram and relate to it.
She's got the whole hog, isn't she? She's really doing it well. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. We love that. OK, let's briefly talk with our chef
Paul.
here before we
Paul.
yeah,
Paul.
yeah.
I'm so mean to Ainsley sometimes, aren't I? He deserves every minute.
I know, Paul. Thank you, Robert.
You're a big idiot, you.
I know you're a big idiot. I love you too. All right. OK, we've got 5 minutes to go. We're back down in the Red Tomato Kitchen with Phil Vickery here, finding out what's going on. Phil's got a pudding that's just come out of the oven there.
Finish off in a minute.
All the fudge is at the bottom there. And what have we got here, Chef?
Well, I once read a recipe that used to use carrots instead of oranges.
Yeah.
And they would use the juice and the colour to make like an orange mock pudding. Yeah. So we used to use orange pancakes. We used to use carrots like this, finely grated, bit of sugar, make like almost like a carrot pancake, then rolled it up. You didn't have oranges in those days.
No. It's kind of a nice way of doing it. You could spice up your oranges too, didn't you?
But
My mum used to cook with an awful lot of orange. Now, Phil, what about the... you got the key lime pie. Anything that needs to be done to that when it comes out?
Yeah,
OK, we'll have a little bit of a look at that. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, look at that, Ace. Look at that. It's actually set. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Look, guys.
It's set in 4 minutes.
It's setting off. So I'll put it back in there for a second.
Please, Ains.
OK, put it back in the old freezer. That will really set that off.
Lovely.
Tell us about your furnishings. Have you got 1940 furnishings?
1930s mainly.
1930s?
You've got a few 1940s stuff.
That was your first love, wasn't it? Edwardian
Well, I liked
period.
Edwardian, but then the wife dragged me forward a few years. Everyone always assumes because it's Second World War,
Yeah.
I got my wife involved. It's the other way round.
And what is it? Is it better kissing her in the 30s or the 40s?
Well, you get a blackout in the 40s.
Good answer. I feel like an American game show. Beautiful. What about television? Modern TV or?
Oh, well, we do. I mean, I must admit, we do have a modern telly, but it did pack up a few months ago. So we got the old black and white one out because you just can't throw stuff away. You know, you've got to make do and mend.
So you've got a black and white
You've got a black and white telly.
Anybody in the audience got a black and white TV? You're well behind the times, mate.
You can't throw it away if it's working.
Can you imagine looking at that on Ready, Steady, Cook? It would be white with little black bits in it. That is a beautiful colour. The food comes alive, Craig.
I know, but it's like when you listen on the wireless, you can imagine it, can't you, as well?
All right, then. Yeah, all right, then. We could imagine it. Chef, powdered eggs, successful or what?
I tell you what,
Find out when you taste it.
Yeah.
they're not too bad, actually, I have to say.
All right, then. 3 minutes to go now. Tell us what's going on here, Phil. Is this a little pancake?
Yeah, I'm going to make a little pancake and roll it up, please.
OK. OK, and the batter is just what? Shall I toss it over?
Yeah,
for you?
please, yeah.
What's in the batter? What's gone into the batter here, Chef?
Powdered egg, a little bit of sugar, surface flour.
Yeah.
And we're just going to set it like a pancake, roll it up, and put some porridge inside.
Brilliant. Looking good. Hey, so how many times a week do you get out to all the colleges, museums and schools?
Well, I work full time. I work for the NHS.
Yeah.
It's my wife who does most of it. It's about 3 or 4 times a month.
Yeah. It's kind of nice, though, isn't it?
It is nice. It is
It's
nice.
lovely. And you've got another baby on the way. Congratulations.
Yes, and I never want to be photographed endlessly posing in a pram.
I know. I think it's wonderful. Yeah. It's great. Family's growing and you're remembering history. It's a brilliant thing. OK, mate, tell us what's that.
This is the pineapple upside-down cake.
Yeah.
It should, again, using powdered eggs, I've never used before.
OK.
So keep your
We've
fingers
got
crossed.
2 minutes to go.
Oh, look at that.
Hey. There you go.
Anything else there, boss?
Yeah, the old powdered egg. We
Same
like a
risk,
bit of that.
please. That's fine.
All right, time is of the essence now, ladies and gentlemen. Briefly back down here, we've got wonderful, lovely, crispy potato and parsnip skins. We've got a fine soup that you've been blitzing away. Do you want that passed, Chef, or do you want to keep it like that?
No, I want it passed, ideally.
Passed? Passed. OK, passed. Here we are.
Here.
Here we are. A bit of a bowl there.
Yeah.
We've got 1.5 minutes and we've got very little... Oh, you're passing it already. I'm just getting this up to pass it for you.
Lost me.
Oh, that's it. And of course, you know, people don't realise that one of the reasons that, you know, wealthy families suffered really badly in the war is because they were used to having servants.
That's it. And
Masher up there, eh?
OK. You used to have all these servants and suddenly the servants went off to war. End of the story.
there was something that was actually produced, which was a leaflet for women who had servants to say at 11 o'clock you do this, 12 o'clock you do this. So
exactly. Suddenly it was all
how reliant they were on it.
OK, time is of the essence now, everybody. A little bit of butter going into the old mash. Right, that's it. Get a spoon, and here we are. coming round. That's it. Grab hold of that. It's not too hot. Ask the chef where he wants it, and away you go. All right, audience, remember, you're voting for what the chefs did with the ingredients they were given. Think about that when you're going to be placing your vote. All right, coming up now. Let's get this out. About 25 seconds to go. Will our chefs get this out on time? That's it. Beautiful potato, mash, and everything's coming alive. All right, 20 seconds to go now. Let's keep this going. Everything's looking good. Beautiful. That's it.
Pour a bit of cream over there for me.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop! Vicky! Wow. Woo! 1940s revisited here, ladies and gentlemen. And what did our chefs have in their bag? Well, Paul Rankin started off with some minced beef, a parsnip, a potato, tomatoes, onion and peas in the pot. Whilst Phil Vickery had a large bag of oats, some fudge, Granny Smith's apples, tinned pineapple, condensed milk and carrots. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 40s fare. I think it looks absolutely superb, don't you? Our boys have done a really... Oh, I've just remembered Bet Davis. Bet Davis was the name. Bet Davis, do you remember her? Always on the top of the stairs. Hello, my darling. I love Bet. Come on, have a bit of a try.
OK.
Here we are. Yeah, can we lose that, chef?
Yeah, of course.
Here we are. You come and have a bit of a try. Pick up the
Start
cutlery.
with the starters.
What about a name, please, Paul?
What about... I mean, there was a fair bit of meat in there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
We'll meet again.
All right, then. Now, tell us what you did with all this lovely food here, chef.
Well, this is a mince and tatty sort of concoction here. We started that off with just onions and mince. A little bit of salt and pepper going in there,
Yeah.
frying it all off. Then we hit it with a little bit of red wine, a little bit of beef stock cube, a little bit of corn flour to thicken it out, a little bit of water to give you that sauciness. The mash on top is just parsnips and potatoes, mashed up, a little bit of butter and some buttered peas around the outside. Now, this is a recipe that we got from General Montgomery because, of course, he fought in North Africa. So we've got the cumin, the ginger, the coriander, and the chili in there. We've got the spicy tomato chutney. Underneath there, we've got the little pomme d'arfan, the little roasty type thing. We have...
It's been that long since I've had some spice.
Lovely.
Isn't that good? Yeah.
I'll try the old...
This is very similar to that. We just took some of the meatball filling, or the burger filling, and put it inside the tomatoes. I was going to try and get a little bit of gravy from that and put it around, but didn't quite get the time. And the soup comes up beautifully, actually, with the pea pods.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah.
Good
It's
flavour.
so tasty.
Yeah. It's been weeks.
I'm eating for two.
Oh, I know, you certainly are, my love. Now, do you think they would have been impressed with this type of food in the war times?
Absolutely. It's so tasty. And I'm worried now Craig will expect me to... mine to look like that. Which
Well, darling, all you have to do
certainly
is look on the old website.
That's it, yeah.
Or on CFAX, because all the recipes are on there. They're there for you too at home. Thanks very much indeed,
Not at
Chef.
all.
Well done. OK, Craig, your turn, mate. What about a name, please?
Well, because it's the 40s, there's nothing faulty about these puddings.
No.
Got to give it to the boy. What did you do briefly, Phil?
I have to say, the powdered egg worked really well. Let's start over here. This is a sticky fudge pudding, which, because of the egg structure, collapsed very slightly, but it'll still be delicious to eat. So, look at that, the chunks of fudge here. And we made a little water ice to go on top of
Well,
there
he put his
with
thumb up,
carrots.
Phil, but he didn't try it,
No,
did he?
Look at the carrots in as well. Look at that.
Oh, that's
Look.
very nice. Yeah, mate.
Go on,
shove that
you
in
carry
your
on.
gob.
Baked apples with fudge in the side. We put some oats in the bottom, topped it with the pineapple porridge and a carrot salsa to go on top of
That
there.
is really nice.
And a fudge sauce with some honey. Key lime pie, condensed milk, and cream and lime juice. That's it. Here we made a very, very quick pineapple upside down cake, which would have happened in the 40s as well because they had tin pineapple. Again, very, very light sponge using the eggs. And then finally here we made a mock orange carrot pancake.
Look at that.
Which
just so
would
lovely.
look at that. Now look at that. See. With some touch of porridge inside.
Yeah, the
and some
porridge
salsa.
and
And
everything
here,
else.
just dead simple pineapple porridge, which my kids love at
Nice and
home.
nutritious. Were you happy with the powdered egg then, Phil?
I think it's pretty good, actually, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right, thanks. We did well.
Brilliant.
Yep.
And overall, Craig,
Oh,
what
it's
about you?
fantastic. I love that fudge stuff.
Yeah?
I haven't had fudge for years.
There you go.
Oh, then, mate, get
There you
fudging,
go.
get
Look at
fudging, God. Ah, they're all having a good time here. It's like they haven't eaten, isn't it? But
Well, we haven't.
we need a winner today, ladies and gentlemen. What do our studio audience think? Green peppers, red tomatoes? Let's find out as we ask them all to please vote now. And up they go. Well, just check this out, guys. Today, it's a red tomato day! Hey, congratulations to you two, mate. £100 spending money there for Craig.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with it. Good luck with touring around and, reminding us that history really does exist.
It does.
Very, very important.
Nice one, Ains.
Thank you very much indeed. Rankin. Hey, the mum-to-be.
Oh, well, never
Well,
mind.
because you do all the lovely cooking at home, you're not
That's
going to be
it.
disappointed with our
No.
ready-to-cook hamper, are you? Eh?
No, not at all, no.
Lots of lovely goodies in there, and I'm sure the old man will take you out somewhere nice. Today. Did you enjoy it today?
Yeah, it was great fun. Thank
Picked
you.
up some
Brilliant.
lovely
Yeah,
ideas. Just wait till
absolutely.
he tastes this. He'll know what he's missing, darling. Chef, what a
Hey,
pleasure.
not at all.
Always a pleasure. And they've been great. Just reminding us, I was saying to Craig, ladies and gentlemen, telling our children about the history of what it was like in the 40s. Very, very important. They're great. Amanda and Craig. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, our chefs can't wait to get amongst the mackerel, the rocket, a packet of rice, jarred horseradish and fresh horseradish.
What are we going to do with that in 20 minutes?
Well, we're going to talk about it.
10 minutes.
Cooked beetroot. Paul, what would you do?
I think what we'll have is a nice seared mackerel salad with beetroot and a horseradish cream. We'll have like a lightly curried stir fry with some curried flaked mackerel.
Lovely, yeah.
And we'll do something else too.
That's it, is it?
I'm sure you will.
Maybe horseradish and beetroot pie.
It's quite interesting.
It's a bit wartime, isn't it?
But so many of us don't know what fresh horseradish looks like, so we're going to be talking about that. But Phil, tell us what you do with your ingredients here.
Well, I think I think we'll probably do mackerel rolls with rocket pesto. We'll then do some beetroot mayonnaise to go on that. It's quite nice together. We'll do a quick kedgeree, I think, with some horseradish and some rocket and some fish. And the horseradish we'll just throw in the bin, and that's it.
You can grate it up, don't be silly.
I'm joking.
Yeah, grate it up. Well,
an
talk
omelette.
to us about
An
that.
omelette.
An omelette.
A
little
horseradish omelette,
yeah. That's going to be quite spicy. And... Wow, OK, you know what's on offer, and so do our lovely studio audience here. They love a giggle, don't they? So do we. Green peppers, red tomatoes, what's it going to be, guys? Will you all please vote now? And up they go. Oh, look at this, boys. Hey, what do you think then, Paul?
I think I've got the desired result.
You have got the desired result. He's going to have to tell you what to do. All right, then, let's get cooking. OK, Chef, your 10 minutes cooking time starts now. What can we do for you?
Ains, can you make me some mayonnaise quickly?
Mayonnaise, I will do. I'll make a little
Paul,
reduction to it.
what do you want to do? Do you want to do a mackerel for me?
Sorry?
If I give you a mackerel, will you do something with it?
I'll do something with it. Yeah, I don't know if you like it.
Yeah.
I encourage you. Get on with that, mate. Paul, I'm sure you're quite capable of doing that. Quite capable.
Oh, lovely. Right. Paul, do you want to give us a little bit of chat about horseradish there and how you get from that stage to getting it into the jar and putting the vinegar with it and the cream and everything, creating a bit of horseradish, Chef?
Do I have to?
In an ideal world, yes, you're working today.
And I absolutely adore fresh horseradish. Absolutely adore it. It's one of my favourite ingredients. And it's wonderful with fish, especially smoked fish. And roast beef, of course. Oops. So what you do is this, you grate it. So a nice sort of fine grater like that. Nice fine grating of the horseradish. And then, if you've got a little bit of a cold, you get down there and you give it a jolly good sniff.
I'm going to blow your socks off.
That will sort you out, won't it?
And I tell you, that clears the sinuses and makes the eyes water. I tell you. It's very pungent, so don't bother sniffing it. And what I'm going to do is mix that up with a little bit of whipped cream, a touch of mustard, lemon juice, salt and pepper, and you've got a lovely creamy horseradish sauce. It goes wonderfully well with fish. So,
All right, thank you very much indeed, Chef. All right, then. Now, back to Phil. I'm just making a little bit of a reduction there, Phil.
Yep.
It's not imperative, is it? But I kind of like the idea of it.
It does help, though, Ains.
Yeah,
it does
give
help.
a little bit of a flavour going in there. And some mustard. And literally, I've taken some stalks, guys, of parsley stalks and the chervil, a little bit of black peppercorns, and I'm going to drain that off and put that in there and kind of warm it. And that actually starts to cook the eggs just a little bit. We've got to foam those up, and then we can start to gradually add the oil to it. All right? Now, Phil, tell us what you're doing there, Chef.
Well, rocket pesto should have parmesan cheese, pine nuts, blah, 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 but I haven't got time to do that. We haven't got any anyway, so...
OK.
So I'm just going to put a little bit of vinegar, almost like a salsa, costume of pesto and salsa verde.
OK, what about some... We've got pine nuts. I've got sesame seeds there. Any good?
Yeah, go on, let's put a few of
Put
those
some
in.
sesame
nice
seeds
one.
in there.
Put a few of those in there.
There you go.
Microwave rice is on.
7 minutes to go now, Phil.
That should thicken it up nicely.
Yeah, absolutely.
A bit of salt into there as well. I'm going to make some kedgeree, Ains, quickly.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to... Oh, let's get the mackerel on the go. We just pan fry the
Just
mackerel
using
really
these.
quickly.
Yeah,
Really, really quickly.
happy about that.
And then we'll... literally going to pan fry it to soften it.
OK, but that's not traditional. Traditionally, you need haddock, yeah? Smoked haddock.
Yeah, you should do it. And a lot of people put a pinch of curry powder in theirs as well. But I tend to...
And why is that? Just to give it a
It's
little
the days of
bit
the Raj years ago, and it's an Indian dish. Curry, kedgeree was an Indian word, based it on an Indian word. So what
Yeah.
we used to do was put curry powder in, and it made a little bit of fish go a hell of a long way. So with the rice, kedgeree, chopped boiled eggs, chopped parsley as it should be. But I'd love it for breakfast. We used to serve it all the time.
Yeah.
But sadly, you don't see it often these days, which is a bit of a shame, really.
I know, you have to go to the old sort of classic restaurants, don't you?
Yeah.
You go to places like the Ivy or something like that, and they serve it with a wonderful
Yeah.
curry sauce, just
There's a
beautifully
great,
done.
what's a great restaurant in London? Real traditional British.
Well, British
Rules.
food.
Rules.
Yeah, you got rules. I said you got the Ivy. You've got several of them that
Yeah.
actually concentrate on that type of
But
thing.
kedgeree to eat properly really should be made to order, and it's a bit of a pain if you try
OK.
to get all the bits together.
Bit of
Make a
reduction
quick mackerel
going in
roll
there.
here as well, Ains.
Lovely. All right, that's happening. Right now, we're going to gradually incorporate the old oil into it. I've got some vegetable oil. And it's interesting we're talking about oils, ladies and gentlemen, because I've got a question today concerning that matter. This is from Mary Clayton from Colston. Good afternoon to you, Mary. She says, is it true that cooking with good quality olive oil is a waste? I'll turn this off because I really want our chef to hear this. Is it true, she says, that cooking with good quality olive oil is a waste? If so, which oil should I be cooking with to get the best flavour out of my meats, fishes and salads? OK, olive oil, you happy
It
to
is
talk about that?
true to a very large extent. Good quality olive oil is a lot more expensive than the cheaper stuff. And what's going to happen is that the flavours of particle, the solid particle of the olive, are going to burn a little bit when you're cooking. So you're better to use a light olive oil. And by light olive oil, I don't mean low fat or anything like that. The second dressing, or pomace oil it's sometimes called.
OK.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's not to
Phil,
say
have
you
you
should
got
never
anything
cook with.
I could do a word he said.
You could hear a word he said. Oh, well, because I'm
my-
making
my-
the mayonnaise.
My view is, if you're going to cook in olive oil, a really cheap olive oil, hot pressed olive oil,
Yeah.
cooking it and then finish it when the dish is finished with a touch of good oil.
OK.
There's no point in spending £20 on a bottle of oil and then you put it in a pan and burn it.
OK.
I think it's
Did you
about
want an omelette? Did you want an omelette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you make one?
I can, yeah. I thought you said
OK.
It's about 69 degrees.
And what can I add to that, Mary? Well, I suppose it's all about acidity. When you're talking about extra virgin olive oil, we're talking about 1% acidity, OK? And it grows. Then you've got virgin olive oil, 2% acidity. And that very much depends on the balance of flavour that you're going to get with your food. All right, so you've got to really think about that. Don't go and spend heaps of money. The guys have just told you, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, keep it for your lovely salads or dressing something quite beautifully. And then as you gradually scale it down, perhaps you could do, you've got the sun olive now, which is sunflower and virgin olive oil mix. I think that's great for cooking with. Would you agree that, guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah? The kind of combination, the two of them really work well together. But you don't want to, certainly, I've just made mayonnaise, you don't want to put extra virgin olive oil in mayonnaise. It's just too rich.
And it's too strong as well, I
OK,
think.
yeah, too strong.
Too strong.
Now, guys, this is going to come out, and here it is. Here's our lovely, lovely mayonnaise. All right, nice. You can get the different types of consistency that you want. Anything, just... There it all is. Beautiful. And I could certainly have added a bit more oil to that. This is quite rich because you can see I put in 3 egg yolks into that. That could probably fill the whole bowl up. That's nice and rich.
Perfect.
And
Actually, can you mix the mayonnaise on beetroot for me, Ames?
Yeah. Mayonnaise with a bit of beetroot. Do you want it a bit looser than that, Chef, or are you happy with that?
That's perfect, because there's a bit of moisture on there.
OK, with how much beetroot?
All the beetroot.
OK. Oh, well, then, all of it. Just a few minutes to go now, Chef.
I've got for me eggs.
OK. Oh, what are you talking about?
How long have I got?
You've got 2 minutes.
Have I?
Yeah.
Well, that's at 6 minutes now.
How long's it been in?
About 8 minutes.
About 8 minutes. Well, they're going to be hard-boiled then, aren't they? Take them off, mate. Here you go. OK, Paul, what about your omelette there, Chef?
Well, I'm just in the process of cooking it. I'm heating up the eggs all together, just until they form nice curds. And then I'm just going to stop it and let it sort of finish gently like that. That's the way to keep it creamy and not too dark on the outside.
And what did you coat the mackerel in then, Chef? It looks
A
like
little bit of curry powder and turmeric.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that interesting, guys? We've got all these things at home. You've got all these little spices. You're thinking, unless I'm making a curry or something like that, you can just sprinkle a little bit on your fish. It doesn't have to be that salmon, cod or anything like that. Pan fry it or put it in the oven if you want it nice and healthy.
Sure, did you
Very
use
much
all
up
the
to you.
rocket?
That's it.
Oh, right then. Bit of rocket. Right, there we are. Mayonnaise. We've got the pesto made.
The Yanks call this arugula, don't they, Ainsley?
Arugula, indeed.
Arugula.
Absolutely.
You can't say Yanks and got some in the audience.
Yeah. Basil. He spent a lot of time out in America, didn't you, Paul?
I used to live there, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The man's done it. What do you want me to do with this here, Chef?
Oh, Josh, going to pop it in a little bowl, Ames.
OK.
The eggs are a bit undercooked.
Yeah, that's a bit... eggs are a bit undercooked.
I don't mind that, Kedge.
Oh, you don't mind that in Kedge, do you? Not at all. That's OK. Right, here you go. Where's the arugula? Go on, Chef, go for it. I'll just turn this off.
Come here, look, that's right.
All right.
What are we going to do with this omelette?
Hey,
Whatever you want, Paul.
whatever you want,
Have you got a
yeah.
plate for it or not?
That's a bit of an invitation, that, isn't it, Paul,
Right
eh?
down there, Paul.
Huh?
Hey, yeah, look.
Come on, let's get this out. We've got 20 seconds to go now, guys.
Okay.
There we are. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! You don't want to do that, do you, Phil?
No.
OK, tell us what you're going to call this, Chef.
Well, this has to be the horseradish dish of the day.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. What did you do?
Oh, I've forgotten. What did we do? Let's start here. You made some mayonnaise, which is easy, and that's the easy part. Here we rolled out the mackerel. We rolled out the mackerel, made some rocket pesto with some sesame seeds, Ames,
Yeah,
all of
okay.
some garlic. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Then we made a kedgeree with the eggs way undercooked, but I did tell you, but there we are.
But the rice is going to cook them. If the rice is hot, that's going to finish off cooking the egg.
Are you joking?
Yeah, that's kind of good. Come and have a look. Well, you would have had it. We'd have just been cooking it out now, wouldn't we? Eh? 2 minutes
Quick
later.
kedgeree with boiled eggs and some poached mackerel in butter and lots of chives in it. That rice is pretty good.
Yeah.
Which side are you on? Then we had an omelette here with fresh horseradish that Paul made, which is way overcooked, but it's fine. And then you made some mayonnaise. How did you make that?
Absolutely, mayonnaise. I made a little bit of a reduction, a bit of chervil, a bit of crushed peppercorns in there, and the parsley sauce. Reduced that down. That's vinegar, white wine vinegar. Reduced it down. Pop that on top of the egg yolks in the liquidizer. Just whiz them up a little bit, and that starts to actually cook the eggs. The heat from the vinegar. Then you gradually add the oil. Sorry, and a couple of little teaspoons of or a teaspoon of mustard, dry mustard powder, makes a big difference. And if you've missed any of the recipes, they're all available on our website, bbc.co.uk/food. From Phil, Paul and myself, see you soon on Ready, Steady, Cook. Bye, take care.